Have you ever felt that subtle unease, that inexplicable tension in the air when interacting with someone? That nagging feeling that, despite their polite smiles and cordial words, something just doesn't quite add up? You're not alone. In the intricate dance of human relationships, we often encounter individuals who, for reasons known or unknown, harbor a dislike towards us. Yet, bound by social conventions or personal motives, they choose to mask their true feelings behind a veil of civility. This hidden animosity, like an unseen current beneath calm waters, can profoundly impact our interactions, our self-perception, and ultimately, our journey through life. In the next few minutes, we'll embark on a journey of discovery, peeling back the layers of human behavior to reveal the subtle signs that betray these concealed feelings. This isn't just about identifying negativity. It's about empowering yourself with knowledge, sharpening your emotional intelligence, and navigating the complex web of human relationships with greater clarity and confidence. By the end of this video, you'll possess the tools to read between the lines, to discern the unspoken, and to approach your interactions with a newfound wisdom that can transform your personal and professional life. Imagine being able to walk into any room, any situation, with the ability to truly understand the dynamics at play, to see beyond the surface-level pleasantries and grasp the genuine emotions that drive people's actions towards you. This knowledge isn't about fostering paranoia or encouraging distrust. On the contrary, it's about cultivating a deeper, more authentic connection with those around you. It's about creating opportunities for honest communication, for addressing underlying issues before they fester, and for building relationships based on genuine understanding and mutual respect. As we delve into these subtle signs, remember that this journey is as much about self-reflection as it is about observing others. Each sign we discuss is an invitation to look inward, to examine our own behaviors and the energy we project into the world. This video isn't just a guide to reading others. It's a mirror that allows us to see ourselves more clearly, to understand how we might be perceived, and to make conscious choices about how we interact with the world around us. In the tapestry of human interaction, every thread counts. Every glance, every word, every moment of silence carries meaning. By honing your ability to interpret these subtle cues, you're not just learning to identify when someone dislikes you. You're developing a superpower of emotional perception that can enrich every aspect of your life. You'll find yourself navigating social situations with greater ease, building stronger, more authentic relationships, and approaching conflicts with a level of understanding that can turn potential adversaries into allies. As we begin this exploration, I want you to think about a recent interaction that left you feeling unsettled. Perhaps it was a conversation with a colleague that didn't quite flow as it usually does, or a meeting with a friend where something felt off but you couldn't quite put your finger on it. Hold that feeling, that memory, as we move forward. It's in these moments of uncertainty that the signs we're about to discuss often reveal themselves. The first subtle sign that someone may dislike you, despite their outward appearance of friendliness, lies in the realm of body language. Our bodies often betray our true feelings long before our words do, and for those adept at reading these silent signals, a wealth of information is constantly being broadcast. Consider the person who always seems to position themselves at an angle to you, their feet pointed away as if ready to make a quick exit, or the individual who, despite maintaining eye contact, has a slight tension in their jaw, a tightness around their eyes that speaks of discomfort or strain. These physical cues, often unconscious on the part of the person exhibiting them, can be incredibly telling. The crossed arms, the subtle lean away from you during conversation, the almost imperceptible narrowing of the eyes. All of these can indicate a desire for distance, a subconscious attempt to create a barrier between you and them. It's crucial, however, to approach these observations with nuance. A single instance of closed body language doesn't necessarily indicate dislike. It's the pattern, the consistent presentation of these cues across multiple interactions, that truly tells the tale. Equally revealing is the quality of eye contact, or lack thereof. Someone who genuinely enjoys your company will typically engage in comfortable, natural eye contact. It's a dance of connection, looking at you while speaking, glancing away in thought, then reconnecting. But when someone harbors hidden dislike, this dance becomes disrupted. They might avoid eye contact altogether, their gaze constantly shifting to objects in the room, their phone, or other people. Alternatively, they might maintain unnaturally prolonged eye contact, a kind of staring that feels more like a challenge than a connection. This leads us to our second sign, the quality of attention they give you. In our increasingly distracted world, genuine attention has become a precious commodity, a gift we bestow upon those we value. When someone consistently fails to give you their full attention, regularly checking their phone, seeming distracted or disinterested in your words, it may be more than just the pull of technology at play. It could be a sign that they're not invested in the interaction, that on some level, they're seeking escape or distraction from engaging with you fully. The second subtle sign manifests in the realm of verbal communication, particularly in the tone and content of their responses to you. Pay close attention to how they engage in conversation. Do their replies often come across as curt or dismissive? Are their answers frequently monosyllabic, offering little room for the dialogue to expand? This terseness can be a telltale sign of underlying dislike or discomfort. It's as if they're trying to close the conversational door as quickly as possible, minimizing their interaction with you. Moreover, observe the level of enthusiasm, or lack thereof, in their voice when speaking to you. Human beings are naturally expressive creatures, our voices rising and falling with genuine emotion when we're engaged in something we enjoy. When someone consistently speaks to you in a flat, monotonous tone, devoid of the natural cadences of interested conversation, it might indicate a deeper disinterest or dislike they're trying to conceal. This vocal flatness can be particularly revealing when you notice a marked difference in how they speak to you compared to others. The third sign is subtler still and revolves around the concept of reciprocity in social interactions. In healthy relationships, there's a natural give and take, a balance of energy and effort from both parties. When someone dislikes you but is trying to hide it, this balance often becomes skewed. You might find yourself consistently being the one to initiate contact, to suggest plans, or to keep the conversation flowing. Their responses, while polite, may lack initiative or enthusiasm. It's as if they're going through the motions of social interaction without actually investing in the relationship. This lack of reciprocity can extend to emotional support as well. When you share good news or express excitement about something, their reactions might feel muted or forced. Conversely, when you're facing challenges, their words of comfort might sound hollow or rehearsed. It's not that they're necessarily being intentionally cruel. Rather, their hidden dislike makes it difficult for them to genuinely celebrate your successes or empathize with your struggles. This emotional disconnect, while often subtle, can be deeply felt and is a significant indicator of underlying negative feelings. The fourth sign involves the concept of personal space and physical proximity. Humans are inherently social creatures, and we tend to gravitate towards those we like and feel comfortable around. When someone harbors a hidden dislike for you, you might notice a consistent pattern of them maintaining more physical distance than is typical in your social or professional setting. In group situations, they might position themselves as far from you as possible without it seeming obvious. If you move closer, they might find subtle ways to increase the distance again, shifting their chair slightly, taking a small step back, or using objects like tables or desks as barriers between you. This physical distancing isn't always obvious. It can be as subtle as the angle of their body when standing near you, slightly turned away rather than facing you directly. Or it might manifest in how they manage casual physical contact. In cultures where handshakes or other forms of touch are common greetings, someone who dislikes you might offer a notably brief or limp handshake. They might visibly tense if you accidentally brush against them or quickly pull away from any incidental contact. It's important to note that personal space preferences can vary widely between individuals and cultures. However, when you notice a marked difference in how someone manages physical proximity with you compared to others in your shared environment, it could be a sign of their hidden dislike. This behavior stems from a subconscious desire to maintain emotional distance manifesting in physical terms. The fifth sign manifests in the realm of social media and digital communication. In our interconnected world, online interactions have become a significant part of our social fabric. When someone dislikes you but is trying to maintain a facade of friendliness, their behavior on social platforms can be quite revealing. You might notice a pattern of selective engagement. They consistently ignore or delay responding to your posts or messages, while being actively engaged with others. Perhaps they like posts from mutual friends, but scroll past yours without acknowledgement. In group chats or discussions, their responses to your contributions might be noticeably brief or lacking in substance compared to their interactions with others. This digital cold shoulder extends beyond mere passive behavior. Pay attention to the timing and frequency of their online interactions with you. Do they only engage when it's socially necessary, such as wishing you a perfunctory happy birthday once a year? Are their responses to your direct messages delayed and minimal, often feeling more like obligatory replies than genuine conversation? These patterns can indicate a reluctance to engage with you, masked behind the polite veneer of maintaining a digital connection. In the age of seen receipts and active status indicators, the choice to not respond or engage becomes a deliberate act, often speaking volumes about underlying feelings. The sixth sign is more subtle and relates to the concept of mirroring and synchronization in social interactions. Humans have a natural tendency to unconsciously mimic the body language, speech patterns, and even emotional states of those we feel positively towards. This mirroring is a sign of rapport and connection. When someone dislikes you but is trying to hide it, you might notice a distinct lack of this natural synchronization. Their body language might remain stiff and unresponsive to yours. If you lean in during conversation, they might not reciprocate. If you smile, their return smile might not quite reach their eyes. This lack of mirroring extends to verbal communication as well. In flowing, positive interactions, people often pick up on each other's energy, matching tone, pace, and even vocabulary. When hidden dislike is present, this harmonization is disrupted. You might find that your attempts at humor fall flat, not because the jokes are poor, but because the other person isn't in a receptive state to your energy. Your excitement might be met with muted responses, your serious concerns with inappropriate levity. It's as if you're both playing from different emotional sheets of music, creating a subtle but palpable discord in your interactions. The seventh sign involves the manipulation of social dynamics, particularly in group settings. When someone dislikes you but wants to maintain a facade of friendliness, they might engage in subtle behaviors that undermine your social position or exclude you from the group dynamic. This can manifest in various ways. They might consistently interrupt you or talk over you in group discussions, subtly signaling that your input is less valuable. In team projects or collaborative efforts, they might find ways to minimize your contributions or redirect credit for your ideas to others. More insidiously, they might engage in what psychologists call social undermining. This involves behaviors that, while not overtly hostile, gradually erode your standing within the social group. They might share inside jokes with others while you're present, creating a sense of exclusion. Or they might subtly question your competence or reliability in ways that seem innocuous on the surface, but plant seeds of doubt in others. "Oh, did you remember to bring the report this time?" they might ask in front of colleagues, implying a history of forgetfulness even if it's not the case. These behaviors are particularly challenging to address because they often occur in the gray area of social interaction. Each instance, taken alone, might seem too minor to confront. It's only in the accumulation of these small acts that the pattern of dislike becomes apparent. The person engaging in these behaviors maintains plausible deniability. After all, they're not doing anything overtly unfriendly. They're simply not going out of their way to include you or support your position within the group. The eighth and final subtle sign that someone may dislike you while maintaining a facade of friendliness lies in the realm of future plans and commitments. This sign is particularly revealing as it bridges the gap between present interactions and future intentions, offering insight into how the person truly views their relationship with you. When someone harbors a hidden dislike, you might notice a consistent pattern of vagueness or non-committal responses when it comes to future plans. They may use phrases like, "We should definitely get together sometime," or "I'll let you know," without ever following through. This behavior goes beyond mere busyness or forgetfulness. It's a subtle way of keeping you at arm's length while maintaining a veneer of politeness. Pay attention to how they respond to specific invitations or suggestions for future meetups. Do they always have a ready excuse? Do they agree in the moment but never actually confirm plans? Moreover, observe their level of investment in your shared future, whether in personal or professional contexts. Someone who genuinely likes you will often make references to future collaborations, shared experiences, or long-term plans that include you. In contrast, a person hiding their dislike might noticeably avoid such forward-looking conversations. They may change the subject when long-term projects or plans are discussed, or their contributions to such discussions might be notably unenthusiastic or pessimistic. This reluctance to commit to future engagements with you can extend to smaller, everyday interactions as well. They might consistently choose not to include you in impromptu group activities or last-minute plans, even when it would be logical or convenient to do so. It's as if they're subconsciously creating a future landscape where your paths intersect as little as possible, all while maintaining a cordial present-day relationship. As we conclude our exploration of these 8 subtle signs, it's crucial to reflect on the broader implications of this knowledge. Recognizing these indicators of hidden dislike isn't about fostering paranoia or encouraging a cynical view of human interactions. Rather, it's about developing a more nuanced understanding of the complex tapestry of human relationships and emotional intelligence. Remember, the presence of one or even a few of these signs doesn't necessarily indicate definitive dislike. Human behavior is complex, and these signs can sometimes be the result of personal insecurities, cultural differences, or temporary stressors unrelated to you. The key is to look for consistent patterns over time and across different contexts. As you navigate the complex world of human interactions, remember that your perceptions are powerful tools, but they are just the beginning. What truly matters is how you choose to act on this knowledge, with wisdom, compassion, and a genuine desire to create positive change in your relationships and in the world around you.